Okay, so letter D is this. Okay, so this is letter D. So what is the antiderivative of -2 over x cubed? Okay, so that is equal to, so first step is to just rewrite this term here. So instead of x cubed, we put it in the in the numerator. That's why it becomes x raised to -3. Okay, so this is your new question. So first, we set aside -2 like this. Okay, we always set aside the coefficient. Okay, and then what is the antiderivative of x raised to -3? So how did it become -2? Okay, so this is -2 because -3 plus 1 gives you -2. And then if this is -2, that means that this is also -2. As you can see, -2 and -2 is equal to 1. Okay, so basically cancel them. And then how do you rewrite this in a positive index? So it's basically 1 over x squared plus c. So that is letter D. Okay. Do you have any question? All right. And then, okay, so let's have letter E. Now, letter E, you have, again, an expression. Okay, so you have 12x raised to 5, or to the 5th power, minus 6x. Okay, so how do we get the derivative of each? Okay, so this is equals to, okay, so 12x raised to 5 minus 6x. Okay, so you get the antiderivative of each. Okay, so if there are two terms, you need to get the derivative of antiderivative of those two terms. If there are three, so you need to do it 3 times. Okay, so how do you answer this? Okay, so your coefficient is 12, so put it aside, and then x raised to 5 becomes x raised to 6 over 6. Okay, so I think everyone knows this, right? How did it becomes 6? And then minus, so this is your coefficient, so put it aside here. So looking at x, so this is now x squared over 2. Okay, so this is 2 because you have an implied number 1 here. So 1 plus 1 gives you 2. And then plus c, don't forget that. Okay, so answering this, simplifying this, 12 and 6 are divisible, so that's 2. So therefore you have 2x raised to 6 here. And then, how about this one? So 6 and 2 are also divisible, it's 3. So your answer here is negative 3x squared and then plus c. So this is your final answer for letter E. Okay. So do you have any question with this set of examples? Yes, so I'll just insert this because I think some I need to show more examples. Okay. Okay. Now let's go back to our example. So we finish at uh, letter J, right? So we finish here. Okay. Now let's have another type of question. Okay, it's similar to this, but the question is written in a different way. It's like this. So for letter K, so what is the antiderivative of x times x plus 3? Okay. Now, there is no product or quotient rule in integration. Okay. So what do we need to do here? Okay, is to distribute this thing first. Okay. Distribute this thing first here. So what do you get? So basically you get x squared plus 3x. So this is your new question. Okay. This is your new question. And then what do we do after this? So you get the antiderivative of x squared and then get the antiderivative of 3x. Okay, so for both of them. Okay, so I think I should move this a little bit here. Okay, so let me show those steps. Okay, so again, we need to get the antiderivative of each. So, wait, so x squared plus antiderivative of 3x. Okay, so this is your answer. Okay, so your answer is, how do you get the antiderivative of this? So x cubed over 3. Okay, and then the antiderivative of this is 3x squared over 2. Okay, so again, 3 here, and then looking at x, so you have 1 plus 1, so you have 2 over 2. And this is your final answer, since we cannot simplify the terms further. Okay, so that is letter K. Okay, so again, so letter D, you're given this x minus 1, x plus 2. So basically, we need to expand this first. Okay, so that's how we get x squared minus x plus 2x minus 2. Okay, uh, and then when you simplify this, so you'll get this x squared plus x minus 2. So x times this, then negative 1 times this. Okay, so this is our new question. Okay, so getting the antiderivative of each, so becomes, so what's the antiderivative of x squared? You get x cubed over 3 plus, what is the antiderivative of x? So it's x squared over 2. And then what is the antiderivative of negative 2? It's minus 2x and then plus c. And that's it. Okay, so that's your answer for 2D. Okay. Okay, so let's have another set of questions. Okay, so let's have letter L. Okay, so letter L, now we have a fraction. Okay, again, in antiderivatives or in integration, we don't have a specific formula for, I mean, like quotient and product rule. So what should we do here? Oops. Okay, so what should we do here? Okay, so we should simplify this. So basically what we're trying to do here, okay, is to divide both of them by x squared. Okay, let me put this first here. Okay, so what do I mean by that? So let me rewrite our question. Okay, so it becomes x squared divided by x squared, right? Minus 1 over x squared. So that's it. Okay, so you should divide each of this by x squared. So basically this one becomes 1, correct? And then when you rewrite this, it becomes x raised to negative 2. That's it. So basically this is our new question. Okay, so this one. So this is our new question, this one. Okay, so it becomes 1 from here minus x raised to negative 2 from here. Okay, so how do we integrate this? So integrate 1 by 1. So what is the integration of, or antiderivative of 1? So it's x. Okay, so just simply x. And then minus, okay, so what is the antiderivative of this? So this is negative 1 because you see negative 2. Negative 2 plus 1 gives you negative 1. So your index here is also your denominator plus c. So rewriting this, bring down x. So negative times negative 1. That's why this is positive now. And then putting this on the denominator, so you have 1 over x plus c. That's it. That's for letter L. Okay, that's for a fraction question. Again, whenever you have a fraction, you need to divide the numerator by the denominator, or express your indices in negative index or as negative index. Okay, and then lastly, okay, so this is my last example. Okay, so letter M. So what is the antiderivative of x squared plus 1 over root of x, or the square root of x? So first, what I'll do here is to rewrite root of x as x raised to 1/2. Okay, so after that, since I don't have any quotient rule for integration, I'll divide each of this by x raised to 1/2. Okay, so let me write that there. Okay, with you. Okay, so this thing here becomes, okay, equals, okay, so this is x squared divided by x raised to 1/2, okay, plus 1 over x raised to 1/2. That's what happened there. And then, how do you divide this? Hmm? So, okay, so this is what happened here. Okay, so when you divide this, what do you do with the indices? So it becomes 2 minus 1/2, right? So when you do 2 minus 1/2, your answer is 3 over 2. Now, if you're not sure, you can just type this in your calculator. Okay, you type 2 divided by 1/2, or sorry, 2 minus 1/2. Okay, so you'll get 3 over 2. Okay, is that clear? Okay, so again, 2 minus 1/2 gives you 3 over 2. And then what happened here? Okay, so we just express the index in negative. Okay, so that's why you have x raised to negative 1/2. Okay, so this is your new question. Okay, so this is your new question. Okay, so what is the antiderivative of 3 over 2? So x raised to 5 over 2. Okay, why is it 5 over 2? 3 over 2 plus 1 is equal to 5 over 2. Okay, or simply 3 over 2 plus 2 over 2 is equal to 5 over 2. Okay, over 5 over 2 again. Okay, again, your index is the same as your denominator. Same with this. This is now 1/2 because negative 1/2 plus 1 will give you a positive 1/2. And then if this is 1/2, your denominator is also 1/2. So simplifying this, what do we get? So this is now 2/5 x raised to 5 over 2. Again, this is 2/5 because, again, from here, this is x raised to 5 over 2 times, how do you divide fractions? You multiply and then reciprocal of the denominator. So instead of 5 over 2, it becomes 2 over 5. That's how you get this answer here. Okay? So that's why it's 2/5 x raised to 5 over 2. Okay, if you want to write it in a different way, it's fine. So 2/5 x raised to 5 over 2. Okay? And then plus, so how do you rewrite this? How do you divide x and 1/2? So same with the first one. Okay, so this is x raised to 1/2 times 2 over 1. That's why your answer here is 2x. Okay, so your answer here is 2x raised to 1/2 plus c. So this is your answer for letter M. And that's my last example today. Okay, so again, 2x squared plus 3. So basically, you need to divide them. So 2x squared divided by x squared plus 3 over x squared. Okay, so next, okay, so basically you cancel this. So your new question is 2 plus 3 and then x raised to negative 2. Okay, so that's it. Okay, so let's answer this now. So 2x is, I mean, 2 becomes 2x, right? and then plus, so set aside 3. So this is negative 2 plus 1 is negative 1 over negative 1 plus c. Okay, so this is equal to 2x plus, so it's not plus anymore, it's minus 3, then base 2, okay, so over x plus c. Alright, so this is your answer, right? So you guys are correct. Very good. Okay, so SL is back. Okay. Hi SL, what happened? Your Wi-Fi?
Yeah, my connection
Yeah,
disconnected.
yeah. You, Justin, Leo, and now Rafa is missing. Okay. So anyway, let's continue with 3B. So SL, we had a few examples, okay, with fractions now. Okay. So let's have 3B. Okay. So 3B, your question is the antiderivative of x squared plus 1 over 2x squared. Okay. So what do we do from here? So we just rewrite the question. Okay. So it becomes x squared over 2x squared plus 1 over 2x squared. So what happens now? So what is your new question? So your new question is, so this thing here becomes 1 half. Oops, sorry, 1 half. Okay, because this and this gives you 1. Okay, and then plus. So this is simply, how do you rewrite this? So it becomes 1 half, but let me remove the 1. So it becomes x raised to negative 2 over uh, 2, or we can simply write this as 1 half x squared. I mean x raised to negative 2. Okay. 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 So let's solve this now. So what is 1 half? What is the antiderivative of 1 half? So it's 1 half x. Okay. So it's a constant, or x over 2. Then plus. So how do you answer this? So we set aside 1 half. So what is the antiderivative of x raised to negative 2? It becomes x raised to negative 1 over negative 1 plus c. So our final answer is x over 2, or 1 half x. It's the same. Okay. Alright, so let's write it as 1 half x. It's the same. So 1 half x plus, is it plus or minus? Okay, so it's minus now because negative 1 times 1 half is negative 1 half. So negative 1 half, and then, so since this is x raised to negative 1, so let's remove this. So make it 1 over 2x, and then plus c. Okay, so this is your final answer. Okay. So 2f and 3b.